I've got this song stuck in my head by Morgan Wallace. It's called Chasing You. And I kept getting the energy that somebody is like trailing after the collective. Someone's trailing after the collective. Someone may be drinking and thinking of you, because I'm just thinking of the lyrics. Chasing you like a shot of whiskey, burning, going down, chasing you like those goodbye tail lights. I can't remember the next bit. Is there anywhere out of this nowhere town, chasing this feeling, chasing this freedom like it's gone too soon, chasing this me and you, I always say in my review. Okay, and then you've got the Fool. There's someone chasing you as you go on to this new beginning. You've got 10 of Pentacles. Whoever you left behind for good, or you've left behind for a new, leaping into something new, something beneficial. If you are new to if you're new to my face, if you're new to my channel, welcome, and it's really good to have you here. And if you are a returning subscriber, soul family, love, 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 kiss, 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 good to have you here. Ace of Cups in reverse, 5 of Cups. Somebody here is, I heard they're hungry like the wolf, hungry like the wolf. You've also got the 3 of Swords coming out, the 2 of Cups. This is someone broken-hearted, maybe over karmic actions or lessons unlearned. The Ace of Cups in reverse is somebody who is unhappy with where they are, or unhappy with an offer they were given. The 5 of Cups, again, this is unhappiness, being in ruin, feeling like they've lost out. But I'm getting also that there is like this hunter-prey energy. Someone who they keep rubbing their eyes and they can't see you. They can't see where you are. Page of Pentacles. 4 of Cups. Either you're ignoring them, or you're not responding to them, or they can't get through to you, or every time they find out where you live, you've already moved on. King of Pentacles, Queen of Pentacles, the High Priestess. Yeah, there's some sort of actions that they took that have left them on the wrong side of karma, or not even the wrong side of karma. They're on the side of karma that they should be on. But this has left them without abundance, without money. There may be a couple here. Maybe a couple. I've been told not to take them all, so I'm going to put these back. Something's coming to light about finances. Issues with finances. Now, we'll be ringing this bell. This is just to cleanse the space around us. If you have any type of sound sensitivity, please turn down your listening device in 3, 2, 1. Okay. Not this one, not yet. Okay, what about this one? So let's see who this is. You've got a message here, and you've got a main male. I'm telling you, and a mature woman in reverse about imprisonment. This is to do with their health as well. So you have a message. Now the 7 up here for me, 7's always been about deceit, about learning the truth in a certain way, because it always reminds me of the 7 of Swords. And sometimes with the 7 of Swords in reverse, this is about learning something quite heavy or something shocking. This person is, they're trying to figure out, it's not whether they should call or write, it's who to call, or where to send the letter to. I heard sealed with a kiss. Okay, sealed with a kiss. Main male in reverse with the Magician. This is somebody who is lacking the resources, lacking money, lacking funds, lacking somewhere to stay. This person seems very desperate, and I keep hearing hungry like the wolf. So this is somebody who has either Viking ancestry, because I'm thinking of Odin and his wolves, or someone who pretends that they have Viking ancestry. They may be Swedish, they don't have to be. Mature woman in reverse. This could be somebody who used runes or ogham or something along those lines. Mature woman in reverse, this is somebody who either hides their age, hides the way that they look because they don't want people to know that they're aging, or they're very, very emotionally stunted for their age. So I knew there was a couple coming out here, and imprisonment. Now, why imprisonment? I'm going to pop these down because I want to start rows 1, 2, 3 and 4. 5 and 6. Okay, I'll do 5 and 6. Let's move you over here then. Stay there, don't fall. Hungry like the wolf just keeps coming out in my head. Can I get 2 more then? Marriage in reverse and journey in reverse. I've been told to put journey back. But this is like a breakdown of communication. So they may have been married. They could have been in a marriage of some sort of, something to do with the business. And there's a message of concern about finances, or about losing out on some sort of windfall, or they thought they were getting a windfall. 1 or 2. Okay, let's go over here then. Tell me about the message, please. What is this message? Someone being upset that you did not invest in something with them, or that you're about to invest in something but it doesn't include them. I'm going to shuffle one more time. Tell me about the message. What's this message, please? Number 7. What's the message? What did I say? 7 of Swords. 7 of Swords. We have the Knight of Cups in reverse here. We have the King of Cups in reverse here as well. We have Strength in reverse. Some sort of message. They're trying to get through to you. They're trying to find out where you are. They're trying to get into your energy. They may be in your energy. Or they may be trying to, what's the word? Remote view into your home. And I keep hearing bounce back, bounce back. Like they get a certain amount of way along and then they get redirected back. Almost like when you think of, oh, what were they called? In Game of Thrones? Is it Game of Thrones? Where, like Bran, when he can attach himself to a raven, for example, and he can see through their eyes. If you remember what they're called, just put that down below. It's like that, and this person is, they're trying to view you in some way. I heard the mirrors are down. King of Cups to the Knight of Cups as well. This is like fake love. Or this is not even something that you're unaware of. Because the 7 of Swords there to the King of Cups in reverse, this is someone who is pretending to be fatherly, pretending to be someone who's very secure, with the 4 of Wands coming out here. Someone who is pretending to be a family person. The Knight of Cups as well is about romance, and you know, it being in reverse, this is someone who likes to love bomb. This is somebody who will, you know, start dating you and then 3 weeks later be like, let's move in. Oh, this is my house now, you know. Wheel of Fortune, yeah, this person's an opportunist. So this is a message about something going wrong. Tell me about this main male. We'll go back to the message, but tell me about the main male. 4 of Pentacles, Ace of Cups. Yeah, this person's very controlling, or they may feel the need to control right now because they have very limited resources. They have very, very limited resources. They're having to make sure that they hold on to absolutely everything that they have. Even the way that I move my fingers across this card, they are making sure that they touch absolutely everything, making sure that they sleep with the money that they have, or they check their bank accounts quite a lot. Ace of Cups in reverse, and they're really upset by what they see. They're really upset by what they see. I heard they can't get through to you. Should I put this one out? No. Okay. Okay, clarity on the 4 of Pentacles, please. Clarity on the 4 of Pentacles, Queen of Pentacles, and the 4 of Wands. There's something going on with a home here. Queen of Pentacles. You may be coming out as the Queen of Pentacles. This person's wanting to control something that you have. I heard assets frozen. Assets frozen. And assets frozen does not mean just bank account. It could be that this person's lost their home, or they may have lost they've lost everything. They've lost a very big amount of money or estate or something going on here. The Queen of Pentacles is a nurturer. This is fostering abundance. Now, having that with the Four of Wands, this person may have been kicked out of a home. Let me put this down here. This person is trying to, they're trying to hold on to certain things here. What about this mature woman in reverse? King of Wands has come out. The King of Wands, this person is rushing to do something here. The Four of Cups in reverse, and they are, it's almost like trying to force someone to take an offer. Ace of Swords, trying to force someone here, yeah, and I had a feeling it was some sort of settlement or some sort of, they're arguing in court over something here. And it's almost like he did it, no, she did it, no, they did it, no, not me, them. Business partner, this person may be talking to a lawyer, because you have a lot of communication going on here, a lot of thoughts, a lot of things up in the mental body. And then you have Libra. Okay, Libra's talk, and when you look at the 7th house, it's talking about business partners, legal contracts, going to court. This person's talking, this person has rushed in and they're being quite obvious. They're not even sneaking in about it, because this person must be worried. What are they worried over? They're worried that there is going to be some sort of deal made. Some sort of deal is going to be made. Rushing in very, very quickly to take something before it's taken from them. Four of Cups is usually about what you don't see or something that you don't want. An offer that maybe you don't want, you dismiss it. The other way round is seeing it, taking it, wanting it. Tell me about imprisonment, please. Change the deck. Okay. Someone's ancestor here is saying, good grief, you're taking too long. Good grief. Okay. Tell me about imprisonment. And it's interesting that I've got 6 rows out. I usually don't read with that many. Tell me about imprisonment, please. Knock again. Knight of Wands in reverse. This is delaying something. Delaying the inevitable. King of Swords. And then you have the Ace of Wands underneath. This is delaying the inevitable. Somebody is definitely going to prison. Someone's going to get locked up. The King of Swords to me is a sheriff. Could be a military person. It could be the law. Oh, there is somebody who's already... Oh, there's somebody who's already in the force. Or in the... whether they are a police person, a sheriff, whoever. This person is involved in some way. I had a big ASS scam, and there's somebody that was helping them and now maybe they're asking them for help. Tell me about this marriage. Tell me about the marriage. Oh, you don't want to tell me about the marriage. You want me to talk more about this person, don't you? I heard yes, get to the bottom of it. Okay, so I'm going to take this off. We get meaning business, right? I hope everyone is having a good day. I hope you've drank your water, had something to eat, that you've rested, that you've taken your meds if you need to. Know that my readings are for entertainment purposes only. Anything that comes up in the areas of law, finance, mental health or physical health, I am not a professional. I do not claim to be. If it really resonates for you, please ensure that you are reaching out to those who can help you in a professional setting. Now, can I get one more then? 1 or 2 more when it comes to this imprisonment and this person within the law. Okay, there's definitely a massive investigation going on. The Hierophant is hidden tendencies. It's larger institutions. So that could be the court. It could be marriage, divorce, something along those lines. But that big eye there, that big all-seeing eye, they're being watched. Something agency, an investigation agency, an investment agency, something's being watched. Okay, what's being watched? Connect it to the marriage, please. What's being watched, Spirit? Devil. Devil and the Six of Swords. This could be somebody coming out of prison, you know. Oh, and they don't want to go back in. Someone here has, with the Seven of Swords coming out as well. This is information. This is an informant. Shut the front door. So there's an informant here. What's this got to do with the police officer? I heard it's not a police officer, it's an investigator. There's an investigator and there is an informant of some sort. The Devil to the Six of Swords. This is wanting to run away from issues, or wanting to run away from your demons, from your shadow, from your wounds, or from consequences to actions that were not exactly the most appropriate or in your best interest. The Seven of Swords here is running away, knowing this is like kind of knowing that they've run away and left it, pointing it at someone else. This is why this is breaking down, because these two here, they are not supporting each other. It's almost like, why am I getting like Stand By Me? I don't know if you've seen it. It's a really, really old film. It had River Phoenix in it. Who else did it have in it? I can't remember. Corey Spelman, I think. And I have no idea where that came up. I feel like these people, they've known each other for a very, very long time. And I do think that an informant may be a child, and this child has seen something. Who's running away from what though? Because you've got the Nine of Swords coming out. Why did Stand By Me came through so clearly? All for one and one for all is what I heard. Five of Wands, Nine of Swords, and the Princess of Wands. Princess of Wands is the Page of Wands. All pages are young. This is the beginning of something new, especially when you think of yourself as a teenager, or you know, in your early 20s. And when I think of this energy, it is a risk taker, somebody who will act first and think after. Someone who chases after, they're chasing. Someone who chases after what they want. They can sometimes be a bit irresponsible. What is this informant? What is this child informant? What do they know? Okay, someone here who is very irresponsible when it came to money, that they're really stressing out about. It's hush money. They weren't stressed at first because they were enjoying themselves, and now they are really stressed out. All right, I need some clarity on this. Let me move you. Yeah, I can see somebody's like, no. That kind of energy where they know they can't be too loud about being distressed, because people will ask them what's up, what's happening. And they don't want people to know. Control is coming out again. Control. Control. King of Wands is coming out. Two of Cups in reverse. Okay. Whatever's going through court is something I want to figure that out right now, because it involves children or a child. This child is an informant. This child is like a witness. This child has to like give information. That's why I was getting informant. This child has seen something. This child has seen something, and it really is it's on the balance. It's kind of like when you think of a seesaw, it could go either ways in the favor of this fake main male, this immature mature woman, or it could not go to them at all. And I want to know what that is. Wait. What is this? What is this information? What's the message? What does this child know? What does this child know? The Star, the Ten of Wands, the Eight of Swords. This child knows that something low-key was being planned when it comes to how they place burden or how they trap someone here. And I don't know if this was like planned for you or if this was planned for other children. I heard bestie, it was both. Bestie, it was both. What does that mean? Because the star, this is quietness. Because the star is someone who is very beautiful, but they're very either well known or they are seen by many. You know, I mean, look at the star. Everyone can see that star shining in the sky. Anyone can go towards it. If it's in reverse, it's either clouded in judgment. It's got clouds over it. There's fog. You can't see what's going on. And there's a sword here as well, which always gives me online presence. It being upside down, this was hush hush. This was hush hush. And then you have the 10 of Wands. The 10 of Wands is bringing a burden to someone. And I heard an unnecessary burden. And you have the 8 of Swords, which is a trap. Feeling trapped also. And I've got this all just on the first row for now. And look at that, the sun's in reverse. This is like confirmation. Sorry, noisy biplanes going past. Almost like a distraction. Wanting to bring in a distraction. Tell me about this main male, please. King of Wands is coming out again. King of Wands. 4 of Pentacles. This person's very controlling. Now, this masculine energy, I'm just going to say masculine energy, and remember, if I use pronouns or I say masculine, feminine, I'm picking up on energies. It's up to you whether or not you assign a gender. You don't have to, but do not force a fit if it does not fit, which means if this doesn't resonate for you, if it's confusing you in any way, or you're just like, this is a story, this isn't your reading, and that's okay. They're not all going to be. If you want it to be your story, or you would like to know more about what's happening in your personal life, please have a look down below. My readings are open for now. Please make yourself familiar with my pricing, because I'm getting a lot of people asking me what the price is, and it's the first part of my description box down there. The King of Wands here for the masculine. Remember that the mature woman in reverse came out as the Queen of Wands. So these two are lovers. These two may be creative types of some sort, or they're collaborating in some way. We had the Queen and King of Pentacles come out in reverse, which means there was something they were doing together that has gone a bust. It's run out of money. They've run out of ideas. I heard I can't afford it, or they can't afford it. But this has come out on the second row, so twice we have the 4 of Pentacles. This person is extremely controlling. This person may have had everything in either their name, or they had control of the finances that came into the house, or they had control over the finances that were made from this property. I heard the ins and outs, the innings and goings, I don't know. And you've got here and this is happening at present, because the energy of these readings are timeless, okay, which means I'm picking up on past, present, future energy. If you watch this a year from now, 10 weeks from now, or while you're watching it presently as it's posted, if it resonates for you, it's for you. But this 6 of Cups here, this is happening right now. So this I'm going to just say this older person, this older feminine energy, is presently talking to the cops, to a lawyer, to someone here to get some sort of advice on what they should do next. Because you've got the Knight of Swords here. They're really stressed out. They want to kind of charge forward. This person, like, they mean business. The Magician, they want to take this masculine for everything they have, while they still have the energy to do so. And put the Magician down here. I'm not going to take Strength card. What I do want to know is, when it comes to this investigator, what is this investigator looking at? 3 of Cups. The way that they're able Do you know what I think it is? It's their expenses, and it's how they're able to live the life that they've been living with the job that they had or with the business that they had. So this business may be a front for something. What does this have to do with the collective? So you've got Queen of Pentacles and the Hermit coming out again. Queen of Pentacles twice now. Oh, so they may have been investigating you. They were investigating your business. They were investigating something here. And it's actually highlighted what this masculine and feminine were doing. Tell me more though. I mean, more about the connection between this child being questioned. Queen of Wands to the Five of Pentacles, to the Ace of Pentacles. Listen, this, whatever their business was a front for something more nefarious. I don't like this energy, because we are starting off with the Queen of Wands. Queen of Wands. The Queen of Wands is a very creative, fiery energy, but it's a very passionate and sexy energy as well. And then you have the Five of Cups here as well, which is stress, feeling woe is me, being very upset. And then you have the Ace of Pentacles. They're investigating or asking this child if this child ever had to do anything that they didn't want to do, if you know what I mean. And I'm going to kind of glaze over that energy just because it's heavy energy, but that's what they were investigating when it came to this business. There was something here about trying to attach your name to it, because the first row is this person now hunting or trying to prove their innocence. I need to take this off for a second. Trying to prove their innocence by connecting you to them in some way. Wanting to throw you under the bus, but not wanting you to know this. That's why we have the Star, the Ten of Wands, and we also have the Eight of Swords. This is a trap. This is a trap that didn't work. And you have either a private investigator, a police officer, whoever, speaking to a child who is stating, well, I overheard this and this, or mummy and daddy were going to do this and this, or mummy and daddy have had children in the house before, or whatever that may be. This gets you off of the hook completely. Five underneath, Five of Swords underneath. The Six of Swords is about moving away from stressful or like choppy waters, away from conflict, especially accusations, because swords are about the mental body and also the throat chakra, the way that we express ourselves verbally. And the so we had the Five of Wands coming out before, but the Five of Swords is about conflict, and it's two people here, so it's almost against two parties. You have one with the light blue for the throat chakra and one for almost your third eye. Arguments here, people doubting what you're saying. So this may have been part of this slander against somebody in the collective, to have people question their character in a certain way, if you know what I mean. But and the thing is as well is that I've worked with children for a very long time. I worked because I don't anymore. But you know, when a child states something, you know, you don't dismiss their voice. You ask, you know, you don't ask leading questions either. You leave it open for them to speak. You note down what it is that they say, and then you have to investigate. You investigate who it is that they've stated that blah blah blah. You collect information if you can. You see if there's any evidence. You know, you have to you pass that on to other outside agencies that can do that. So this seems like an outside agency. I don't know if this child was coached at some point, and I heard yes. They may have tried to coach their own child into stating things about you to have you in prison. That's wild, because it seems like the more that they're investigating, the more they're realizing that these are lies. And I had stay with me. So I don't know if they had coached their child to ask for mummy or daddy or whoever this is to stay with them while they're being interviewed, but it doesn't work like that. Because most people who work in that profession, especially when it comes to, let's say, child protective services, they're fully aware that if there is any type of indication that it could be coaching or that the child's could be in danger, or the child is being manipulated, that having that adult around them actually means they won't be telling the truth because they'll feel like they're having to say certain things under duress. This child has said something that has now damned both this masculine and feminine rather than you. Now you've got the Five of Cups here. You've got the Ace of Pentacles in reverse. This is almost like wishing they hadn't invested in something, or wishing they hadn't gone to the police, wishing they hadn't gone to CPS. If you work with children, for example, they may have tried to bring up, you know, tried to bring up a case against you. If you were a teacher, maybe you babysat for a while, you could have been a TA, you could be a high school teacher, I don't know. And I'm only using that as an example here. There's something about trying to slander your name. And the only way they can do that is by attaching themselves. How and why? Why are they attaching themselves? Tell me about marriage. The marriage, the fifth row. Tell me about the fifth row, please. King of Swords in reverse. I'm telling you, they've been doing something illegal to get away with something. Gateway to meditation. And the fifth. I was going to say the fifth chakra, which is really interesting. So I'm just trying to think now. Root, sacral, solar plexus, heart space. It's your throat. Throat chakra. And I called it the throat chakra earlier, didn't I? They've been doing something here to mess with your throat, or to mess with the way that people look at you. The merger won't happen. This is also to do with job prospects. The merger won't happen for them. This is the masculine. This masculine wants to control some sort of narrative. I do not know what they have been doing illegally, but there's something to do with like vulnerable souls coming through here. And they were trying to get away with it. Okay, we've got the Six of Swords coming out twice now. Twice in the same row. Then we have the King of Swords. And can I get one more for clarity, please? Clarity, thank you. The Lovers. Okay, so this is to do with some sort of weird, low vibrational kink that they were both part of. I don't know if this is them like being a PIMP. And not... Do you know what this is giving me? And it just popped into my head. I did readings like 6 months ago, 10 months ago, and it was looking at like a boarding school, or a house for like orphan children or vulnerable children, and how the karmic feminine was not taking care of them and was selling them in some way. I don't really like tapping into that energy, but it's coming up for a reason. Why are we being shown this now with the Southern Wealth in reverse, Five of Wands, Page of Wands, and the Nine of Swords, Queen of Swords, and Judgment is coming out. Temperance. Everything's coming into... Look, everything is balancing itself out as it should. Because this Queen of Swords to the Judgment, this is people knowing. Everyone's going to know what they did. They're going to prison for a very, very long time. Losing this money with the Five of Wands to the Page, to the Princess of Wands, Page of Wands. This person was very, very stressed about losing this money, but they did it to, well, they did it to soften some sort of blow when it comes to the Judgment. So they may have been trying to hide finances. They were trying to hide finances. Why were they trying to hide finances? Why were they trying to hide finances? You want to take that one? Okay. Why were they trying to hide finances? For what reason? Look, they're burying the truth here. I don't feel like I should be taking that one out. Why? What's happening here? Wounded Healer is in reverse. Magician and the Mirror. So it's hiding some sort of wound here. Who's sick? Someone is sick here because of what they've been doing. And I don't mean mentally sick, because we already know that. This is more to do with like fragmentation is here. This person's trying to control the way that they heal, or the way that they're seen as a healer. Why am I getting this is like a vicarage or a pastor or something along those lines? So this is like a preacher or someone who has like a charity for like sick children, but they're really doing rotten, nasty things instead. Realization and crown chakra, and people are realizing this. The frequency of realization, this is why they're hunting, this is why they're chasing you. This isn't about like romance, because that song by Morgan Wallace is actually about, you know, a missed opportunity with somebody that, you know, they're looking back and they're realizing that every single relationship they have was them just trying to get back to you. The first row that we have here is letting you know that that is just a guise, that's just a mask, that's just a story that's being told to catch you. It's almost like catch you in this net, because if they can love bomb you and they can get you on their side, then you take the fall. And I don't know how they're doing that. They've obviously got something, you know, planned in their head of how they're going to get you to take the fall for all of this atrocities. Because the first row is, you know, a message, then you have a deceitful message with a King of Cups and a Knight of Cups in reverse. Someone who's going to, you know, try and woo you, but really they don't, that's not what they want. The Star in reverse, the 10 of Wands, the 8 of Swords. They want to come in sneaky and trap you. And trap you with some sort of unhealed energy. And you've got realization. The frequency of realization supports the internal process of becoming aware of our own heart-centered truth, as well as the external process of becoming our highest expression in this world. So they can't. I wanted to put this down next to the main male, this second row. So this guy wants you to heal him. And I'm saying guy just because it says main male, take it as it resonates. But this person wants you to heal them. They want to end some sort of cycle. I had swap places with me, boo. Swap places with me, boo. Tell me about the immature woman. Immature woman. Heartbroken. Heartbroken that you're still leveling up. Heartbroken that you're leveling up and they are not safe. That them and their little family are not safe. Heartbroken with the number 9 on there. That they weren't able to change your... They weren't able to change your circumstances, your faith, your gratitude, the way that you look at life. Because number 9 is significant on the wheel of, I was going to say wheel of fortune, but the wheel of the zodiac, or the, you know, the 12 houses, because it's the 9th. It's to do with Sagittarius. It looks at your faith, long-term thinking, travel and planning and things like that. You're still getting this level up. That number condenses down to an 11. They were planning. There's something here about everything was being placed on the fact that your emotions play a very, very big part in how they're able to manifest, manipulate, or do something to your energy. And they can't. They literally can't. And that's very frightening for them. And it says here, look, adjustments are required. This person's realizing that they are going to have to change something here. The backlash of what? Bystanders. The backlash of bystanders. It's giving me that energy of like, again, Game of Thrones, where Cersei, if you haven't seen it, spoiler alert, there's a bit when Queen Cersei is stripped of her title, and you know, she's been in the dungeons, being, you know, looked after by these, or not even looked after, but by these nuns, and she has to do the walk of shame, which is she is walking naked through the streets and down this big cobbled long steps as people are jeering and shouting and throwing things at her. And even the actress said that, you know, because of course the bits were covered and stuff, all of that shouting and people throwing things and bleh, said that it really affected them afterwards, because they were so in character. And you see Cersei like crying and walking through these streets, and everyone, you know, I felt for Cersei, but you have to remember Cersei quite happily pushed Bran, or allowed her brother to push Bran out of the window when he was tiny, you know, breaking his back because he caught them two together. Cersei was cold and calculating and just not a very nice person whatsoever. And this is the energy that I'm getting from the mature woman in reverse. Somebody who is cold and calculating, somebody who will jump, you know, I will make sure that your head is cut off before mine is, even if there's no indication that mine's going to be cut off, just to be on the safe side. I will step on you. I will kick a B word if it means that I can get ahead. And this person's heartbroken that they weren't able to do that to you. They couldn't cut your head off. They couldn't kick you. They couldn't do this, this, and this. Because you were already 10 steps ahead. You were already 10 steps ahead. This person, again, I was getting something to do with like runes. There's something going on here with runes. I don't know if this person uses Ogham. I don't know if I'm saying that right. Or runes or bones or shells or something like that to read. And you've got storm warning upside down. Now I'm putting the storm warning here or here? Over here, okay. Now I would like the rest of these. Oh, you don't want me to take those? Interesting. I'm going to take these small ones instead of tea leaf. Tell me about this investigator and what's happening there, please. What's happening with the investigation? Oh, straight on the floor. I will grab it in 1 second. On the table. On the table, please. Thank you. On the table. Tell me about the investigator or the case. What's happening there? Pay attention to your finances. So they're looking at money. They've been looking at these people, and I said that they've been looking at this person's spending because they getting together with friends. Didn't I say they were watching to see how these people have been living like this big high life and like this big party life, but their jobs don't match up with what it is that they're stating that they do. Great worry over nothing, getting together with friends. I don't know if this investigator or this police officer, whoever this is, was friends with them or was closer than a professional relationship with them. And they asked them, you know, they asked this person, can you, if we pay you some money, do you want to go and have a look into A, B, and C in the collective because of whatever? And this person has started looking into it. And they're more or less going, well, I haven't found anything in the collective, but why were they asking me to do that in the first place? And this person, being good at their job, has figured out a lot of damning things towards this couple, including, I don't know if this is like child moving about, if you know what I mean, child T word, but there's other stuff going on here because I heard the S word, like SLAV. That's what I heard. But getting together with friends, great worry over nothing. Then it says here, pay attention to your finances. I'll show you this one. Oh, just jumped out of my hand. And you've also got deep friendship with someone of the same sex, and it's upside down. You've also got shark under here. Take care or there'll be a loss of material wealth. And let's see what was the one that dropped itself on the floor. Temporary situation. We've also got here vacation in reverse. We have legs stepping into a new experience and time to act in reverse. There's a lot here that kind of jump-started this investigation. Or jump-started something here, because I'm not sure, it's not clear yet whether or not this is a police officer or somebody who is linked to like the sheriff's office or something along those lines, who is connected to this couple, who then went back and like did some research and was like, ah, okay, we've got missing children, or we've got this going on, we've got this money laundering, whatever, there's already a case open, this is extra, you know, this could be a lead. Or if it was like an investigator who went in and got connection to the police and was like, hey, this is what I've been asked to investigate, but it doesn't make sense. I feel like there's a red flag here. Do you want to look into this? And it says misunderstanding. With the queen, yeah, this person, this mature woman in reverse is trying to make this some sort of misunderstanding where it's got nothing to do with them. Heartache over what you no longer have. Issue of money. This child, I heard the child knows too much. What does the child know? What does the child know? Spiritual love. So this child is being protected. This child is being protected. Something's going to happen in December with this child. What's happening with this child in December? Spiritual development, enlightenment, awareness and understanding. So this child is getting a lot of either downloads. They're very protected. Very protected. Why is this child so protected? What's happening here? Announcement. Announcement. This child's going to be able, this child's going to rat them out, you know, completely. I feel like this private investigator maybe just having like small talks here and there with this kid, and is gaining more and more information, or things that this child is saying is actually, there's backed up by evidence, or it's backed up by fact. Something in December is going to completely blow open a case. It's going to completely blow open a case. You don't want me to go there, do you? No. Okay, I'm coming back over here for a sec. Tell me about December. What's happening in December? Oh, it's being blocked. It's being blocked. It's being blocked. Let's shake these up a little bit. King of Cups, Nine of Cups. This kid is going to say something about this masculine's character that's going to kind of put lines between the dots to a lot of things, or a lot of gaps there may have been in this case. What about this King of Cups in reverse? Knight of Swords in reverse. Ten of Pentacles in reverse. Staying very, very quiet. There's something here about, do you know what? It's coming back to the CPS again, because I feel like this is connected. How are they having such a lavish lifestyle, but this kid hasn't got proper shoes on its feet? Or how are they you know, going on all these holidays, but the child still has a dirty t-shirt on? What's happening here? That Ten of Pentacles in reverse. The Knight of Swords. Some sort of block. Something ended. They almost went from like rags to riches overnight, but there's still, the rags are still there. I mean, and I'm not saying that if you are poor that you don't look after your children. Come on, I'm from a working class family. That is absolute BS. I'm not saying that in any way, shape or form. This specific family or group or orphanage or whatever it is, or parish, or there's something here that is rotten. And it's all beautiful on the outside, and it could be praise Jesus or Allah, blah, blah, and it's lovely on the outside, but it's rotten. Something is rotten to the core. And you've got the Two of Cups here, so the Ten of Wands. There's a lot of, like I said, stepping. Why am I hearing again stepping on children's backs? Because I did a reading and that kept coming through. Stepping on children's backs to get what they want. To get this Nine of Pentacles to look all nice and shiny and beautiful and new on the outside, but what they're doing this on the inside. What card? I don't know why these cards keep getting stuck on my elbows. Like announcements on the floor, and so is heartache over what you no longer have. Okay, so there is some sort of like donation, sponsor, money that they were going to be getting, that's going to be withdrawn when these allegations come out. The Three of Pentacles, exactly. People not wanting to collaborate with them no more. The Moon in reverse, people moving away from them. We ain't family. I don't want to work with you. I can't believe that you do something, and you know, how could you lie? Ten of Swords. Yeah, someone going, nah, done. And now also, there's people here that will no longer collaborate with this couple. So this seems to be stretched out over a period of time. Some things are about to happen. Some things are happening right now. And some things have happened in the past. And them trying to connect you in. How? This is just ridiculous, right? The absolute audacity. Top or bottom? I think I got them. Make sure I have the right one. Yes, yes, and yes. Let me take you and you. Okay, give me that. The signs are with you already. The signs are with you already. And it says here, oh, the signs are with you already when it comes to this controlling masculine, because this is the person that's trying to chase your energy. This is the person that's trying to grab into your energy. Release your power is upside down. They're trying to block you from a clear solution on how to release your energy from this person by keeping you some sort of stress here or chaos. Please don't lose hope. Number 4. So this person may be trying to connect into your 4th house. Intoxication, distorted view, and overindulgence. The person's annoyed that you don't drink or you don't do things to lose control. You don't. There's something about needing you to partake in substances, substance abuse or alcohol, or, you know, smoking copious amounts of 420. And if you smoke, you smoke, but there's something about doing it in excess, past the point of like helping you to open your 3rd eye, doing it to the point of excess, because you also have here a collision of beliefs, styles, attitudes, and energies. Okay, this person's angry. They're angry that you aren't, you're not budged. They can't budge you. They can't move you. They can't sway you. Because you count your blessings. Stay in the energy of gratitude is really, really important right now. Really important. Because the magical space clearing time is not needed. You're cleansing your space. Someone here is keeping their place tidy. They are cleaning up after themselves. They are spraying nice sprays in the vicinity, mopping their floor with vinegar or Florida water, or just with pure intention. Someone here is giving a heart gratitude to the grace of God. And you've got you miss someone. Magical space clearing time. Someone here done a cord removal, or someone here has got this person out of your energy because you miss somebody. You might not know this person, but they've been pushing their energy into yours for such a long time with guidance. But where will it lead you? In reverse. A powerful energy shift in reverse. Stifle, bored, stuck. This person was in your energy for a super long time, trying to sway you, trying to get you to feel some sort of love spell they've done in the past, trying to get you on their side. And it was only to get you on your side so that they could throw you under the bus. But this ain't happening now. Now they have to fend for themselves. And they're trying to fend for themselves, and they got children around them going, they did it, they did it, they did it. Yeah, it was here, here, and here. I can describe what the inside of this car looks like. I can just describe what the inside of this room looks like. I can describe this person's phone or whatever it is. And the evidence is damning. The evidence is damning. So let's get an aura reading before I go. Whew. Red aura meaning the best asset. They have the ability to appreciate the physical world to its fullest. Opportunity for growth, being able to manage and release anger. Crystal for balance is green jasper. Suggested careers are physical trainer, athlete, and massage therapist. Balancing auras or green auras. Now, when it says suggested careers, it may be that somebody here needs to go and see a physical trainer. They may need a massage therapist, or they may want to push, to get a coach if you are an athlete. There's definitely a need here to continue processing how you feel. Because as much as we have, a very specific reading on something that's been happening and how it was connected into you, this is without a doubt past energy. And we are definitely going through a massive internal shift of an ending. So grief may be coming up, sadness may be coming up, anger may be coming up, and not even to do with just what's happening here. It could be to do with a strange family. It could be to do with people that you've had to leave behind. It could be to do with the fact that you've decided to go down a completely different path when it comes to your career, and you're starting all over again, and it's scary. Whatever it is that's coming up, it needs to be processed in the way that's good for you. If you are resonating with having a red aura, physical things are really important, and it doesn't have to be that you go to a massage therapist. It could be that you go boxing or running or swimming. It could be kayaking. It could be painting. Whatever it is that helps you to physically channel your energy into things that are positive. Anything else that needs to come out, please? Violet aura meaning, and it's upside down. People with violet auras have a deep connection with the spirit realm. They create strong attachments and feel the energy of others easily, but need to learn how to protect themselves from negative people. Now that's upside down because I wanted to put this over. Is it for the feminine or the masculine? Feminine. That's for the feminine. This person has kind of blocked themselves. They've blocked themselves and they attract negative people because they're vibing so low, which is why they're with this masculine. Oh, and all of these cards for the masculine came out. They all dropped over. I'm not taking all of their spirit. That's way too much. And what we got here? Yeah, can I get one for the masculine, please? Too many. Yeah, they're not wanting me to. Okay. It's irrelevant then. Anything else that we need to know before I go? Just one. I just want one on the table, please. Just one. Nope, that's it. I'm going to leave it there. I hope that gave you some confirmation and clarity on what you already intuitively know. If you are new to my channel and this resonated, I would love you to hit on the like, the subscribe and the notification bell. I could just about get that word out so you can see when I post. And good job, yeah. If you are a returning subscriber, soul family, hearts, kisses, I love you guys.